Hey guys, Akinak here for noEHinTEAM, your number one source for awesome. And this is a KSG and Combat Axe gameplay. I used to do the KSG and throwing knife back in Modern Warfare 3. I decided to bring it back in Black Ops 2 and see how I did. So this was one of my very first rounds, and I'll let you know right off the bat that it was a very good experience. Thanks to, well, I wish I really hit that guy, but thanks to some campers and some very, very nicely placed combat axes, which you will see, I, for one, am a fan. Now, I will say that the KSG that I'm using right now wasn't ranked up, so it doesn't have all the great attachments to get those long-range kills, but I will say the KSG works just as it did in the previous Modern Warfare 3. As you get right there, is a good example of what its range was like, and I definitely encourage you guys to bust it out and give it a whirl, as yeah, it can be a fun class setup. But before we go into any more of this, as the gameplay will continue on, I will mention it a couple times. What I really want to talk to you guys about today was cheaters, and I'm not talking about online hacks or anything like that. I'm talking about Lance Armstrong, the king douche of cheating. Now, before I go into any other detail, I just want to specify that, one, I do not care about cycling whatsoever. I can't tell you the last guy that won the Tour de France. I can't tell you anything about cycling whatsoever. I enjoy mountain biking myself, but because Mr. Armstrong was such a figure in the cancer world, and the fact that he won so many titles thanks to his doping, it's just one of those things that really captivates the news, because he's just one of those guys, and he denied cheating for so long. Oh no, not just lied about it, but fought people against any type of allegations that he was cheating. So, again, a lot of people are saying, you know, give this guy a chance. He's still done a lot of stuff for the cancer community and stuff like that, raised a lot of money. I think that's great. I'm really glad that he did that. However, he's also ruined tons and tons of you know, endorsements, any type of any person that believed in him as far as doing this and winning all those victories the natural way. And yeah, I just think about all those people that must have finished in second place behind Lance Armstrong. Just think, for all those titles that he won, and he won a lot, including those in the Olympics. Just think about the guy that finished behind him. The fact that the guy ahead of you is cheating, and they might be cheating as well. Cycling is a very dirty sport, but he's did it for so long. He's won so many titles. I just think that as a person, you have to remember, especially when you're starting to achieve great things, that you can't take anything with you after your life on Earth is over. And the only thing that remains is the legacy. And there is nothing. I don't care if Lance Armstrong has the ability to raise $30 billion for cancer. He will always, forever, will be known as one of the biggest cheats in history. No different than you see some of the Olympians in the past that have been caught cheating or finally came out to say that they were cheating. Your whole legacy is just absolutely tarnished. So that's the biggest thing I take from all of this. I really don't care that he won those titles in cycling, because to me it means nothing. But to all the people that he basically cheated out of, I'm talking about like friendships, relationships. I mean, this guy went to court against other people that had allegations that he was cheating. I just think that's absolutely horrendous. So let's get back to the gameplay a little bit here. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts about what you think of Mr. Armstrong. I think it was a good idea that he used Oprah to you know, come clean. I think it was hilarious that he chose Oprah, just because, you know, if I think of any person out there as far as someone to interview, Oprah doesn't strike me as the sports type. But that's just me. I think he wanted to go on Oprah because, but he felt that she was going to be really nice to him. She actually did an okay job asking him all the questions. I really didn't. The fact that Lance Armstrong basically just said yes and no through all of his answers, I wasn't really satisfied with any of his answers, and he kind of did it in a weird way. I mean, at one point, he kind of smiles at the camera when they ask if he cheated. Really bizarre, but that's for him to figure out for the rest of his life, as he can no longer compete in any of the events. So, a couple pointers here when you're using the combat axe and the shotgun. I always enjoy trying to shoot somebody with the combat axe first before I try and walk up to them with the KSG, because the worst thing about the shotgun is if you try and shoot somebody at too long of range, you'll give yourself away. They'll turn around and they'll probably have an SMG or an assault rifle, and they'll be able to take you out quickly. Thanks, camper in the corner. That was well played. The other thing about the combat axe is that try and always line yourself up to when you're running behind somebody, and if someone's running towards you, watch this kill for example. Yeah, lie down, genius. Just get in the habit of trying to understand where the combat axe is going to be. I know it's one of those things that takes a little bit of practice, but once you get it, you'll actually find the combat axe kills can come quite swiftly. Again, the guy lying down, those are my favorite targets, because you can really get really easy ricochet kills when you do something like that. So, yep, just keep bringing them in. Boom! Keep bringing them in. This is a solid long range on the KSG. Again, it is possible, but you have to be really careful. I was lucky. That guy should have easily taken me out. So, running around here, I love this kill. All you saw was the guy's, like, top of his skull. If you can use anything for cover, I really think that ducking is one of the biggest tactics that I use in this gameplay as far as getting away from people. I love the map express for attempting a knife only or a battle axe only gameplay. One for a reason right there, the bridges are just, everything is very, very linear. You can hide around the different elevations. So if you're going to be playing this map, if you see it come up on the free-for-all list, I would say go for a crazy round. Go with Semtex only. I don't know, something like that. Just get creative. This is also a good map for utilizing C4. Wow. So yeah, I've only probably did 2 or 3 of these before I was able to get a win. Not to spoil it for you guys, but it's the only reason why I'm so excited to bring you the gameplay. And I love it when it's the kill for kill. They get you, they're all excited, and you know they're raging on the other side of that microphone. There's always a camper up there. So again, bringing everything back to cheating, and when you have success in your life and you feel that you're at this whole other standard, I just don't know what clicks in people's brains to think that for the rest of their life they're just going to deny everything to the point, now is a nice drop shot, to the point where, you know, you're going to be scoffed at for the rest of your life for the decisions that you've made. And people have been calling out Lance Armstrong for years for cheating, and I wonder what it was that he was sitting down, I don't know, watching television, or maybe he was just sitting in a corner and just kind of hit him, like, oh man, I'm a cheat. I should probably, like, the rumor has it that he only came clean because since he got banned from competing for 8 years, he's only doing this so that he can potentially try and get back into some other competitions, and so he's just trying to save face. And I mean, again, that's one of the biggest reason why I think he chose Oprah, is to save face, because she's a very large audience, and you know, he threw the I'm sorry's out there, I'm a good guy, blah 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 blah. At the end of the day, I don't buy it, and yeah. Other people say, you know what, he's a pretty good guy, he's done a lot of good things, we should let him back in. I say no. He absolutely butchered the sport. If you are a cycling fan at all, just think about all those titles that he won that he didn't rightfully deserve, and you compare that to any other sport. Compare that to, you know, anybody that's juiced. Take your favorite sport and compare it. I bet you would feel the same way, that you never want to see this guy cycling again, because I mean, he's been able to escape drug tests for all these years, so he's obviously knew what he was doing. So yeah, what a sham. Alright, so let's try and bring this gameplay to a close with a couple more battle axes. I always have a rule that you can't finish the free-for-all round with a shotgun kill. It's gotta be the combat axe, because, come on, it's just cooler that way. You can't just run around and get the shotgun. You've got to earn that combat axe if you're going to go for, you know, a combat axe / something type of gameplay. Oh, where is everybody? I hate the end of the round. It always happens. You're in a free-for-all round, and you want to get that last kill, and you can't find anybody. And you watch the score slowly trickle back up. Oh, I really wanted that one. I'm not sure what the heck I was thinking. Boom. There's the finish. So, yeah, again, guys, throw a comment down on what you think of this whole Lance Armstrong debacle and all this stuff about cheating, and let me know what you think. Do you give the guy another chance? Do you let him compete because it's what he loves to do? Or do you say, tough luck, you ruined it for basically everybody else? You screwed a lot of people over, and we're not going to feel bad for you. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next video.
Yeah, have you ever had chicken pot cake? I haven't, and that sounds terrible. Downright awful. Or steak and kidney cake? No. See, people eat that, and it's delicious. Like, honestly, chicken pot pie, that just sounds delicious. You don't even have to know what it tastes like just for it to sound delicious. But chicken pot cake sounds awful. And I'm sorry, there might be some fantastic cakes, but there are also a lot of terrible cakes, terrible cupcakes. Now, I will say this: I had somebody say they were so vehemently against cake that